welcome back to the monthly Q&A series on the channel. I asked for questions on my Instagram. There is a little screenshot there. Go and check it out. I post a lot of stuff that you won't see on YouTube, trades I've taken, a bit of behind the scenes of the Forex lifestyle, the Forex lifestyle. And you can also get involved, in these Q&As. I reply to some DMs. There obviously are quite a lot of DMs, but I try to reply to as many as I can. So go and check me out over on Instagram. But also don't fall for any of the fake accounts. There are quite a lot of people, impersonating me, trying to sell you something in my name. So do be careful. I will never message you first. I will never follow you. So just if any of that happens, report the account and go about your day. We're going to get into the questions now. There are quite a lot of questions, so I'm just going to pick the ones which come up most frequently, because people obviously want to know them more than the other ones. So let's get into it. First question is, why are your FDMO accounts in dollars and not in pounds? And I actually get this a lot in my Instagram DMs, and I'd say the main reason is because you actually get more money to trade with. People obviously thrown off because they want to use their normal currency, their country's normal currency. But actually, if you do the maths based on 200k FTMO, converting that to pounds, to the 140k pounds one, you actually get more money. I don't know if it's changed, at the time of filming, at the time of when I actually bought the challenge, you were making more with the dollars based on the conversion rate. It might have changed, might be different when you guys are watching this. You could be watching this in a year's time. You could be watching this in a day's time since uploading it. So, everything could change, but based on the maths, the dollars actually gives you more profit. Or more money to trade with, so that's why I did that. Obviously, it's not going to be noticeable like 50k, 100k extra, but every penny counts. The more money you can make, the better. A lot of people are actually put off from using the other currency accounts because some bank accounts you can't actually accept payments from other currencies. So if you don't have an account like that, then you obviously can't accept the payments. If you're being paid in dollars and you have a pound account, then you obviously can't accept the payment. Next question: can you really live off of trading? And the answer is yes. I personally wouldn't say it is the best thing to do. Have trading as your only source of income, unless you've got a lot of money saved up. A lot of people actually getting into trading nowadays, they have maybe like 10k, 20k account, and they try and make a living off of that. You're not really going to do it. Obviously if you're making like 20% a month, then it is kind of possible. But on those losing months, on those bad months, how are you going to pay your bills? Always have another source of income, at least one. You might have, a part-time job. You might have a full-time job and trading is your side income. It's kind of the best thing to do until you have either, maybe let's say at least a year's salary saved up or a year's expenses saved up. So that worst case scenario, you can still pay everything for a year if trading does go badly. But myself, I make, over 6 figures in a year just from my funded account profit. So let's say all my other income goes, my funded accounts, I'm making over 6 figures a year, which is around £8,300 per month. I don't know what that is in dollars because a lot of people are American are watching the videos, but around £8,300 per month, making more than that on my funded accounts. So obviously you guys can do the same. If you just take a funded account, let's say you get max funding, it's very easy to make 6 figures in a year. If you manage it correctly, if you don't spend all the money when you get it, you can definitely make a living solely from trading. However, if you want to make a living from your personal trading account, that's when it is very tricky, because you're going to have a large amount in your trading account. You're going to have a large amount of savings or personal capital. Obviously, you need money to spend. And if you're not making profit from your trading account or not enough profit to withdraw, the account's just going to slowly drain down and you're going to run out of money. Next question, this actually does come up quite a lot. How do you control your emotions when losing trades? And I'd say, let's say 2 years ago, when I was was trading properly on a live account, if I lost, I would revenge trade. Instantly, I want to make that money back. If I didn't make that money back that day, tomorrow I'd go double risk. I'd try and make the money back. And if I didn't make the money back, I'd just do the same and the same. Then overall, it's just a never-ending cycle of just risking more, taking more trades, and just ended up losing overall. So what I actually did was I just reduced the number of trades I've taken. In the past, you guys have probably seen me go on about it recently quite a bit, because I believe it is the best way to trade. I've been taking tens of trades a day. I used to do that. I've been trying to take 1 or 2 a day. I've done that before. But now I've found, 2 to 3 trades a month is actually all you need. Obviously, someone watching this with £100, £500 in an account, then it's not really possible to make good money from 2 to 3 trades per month. However, myself personally, I have around $500,000 in funded capital. I have my own personal account, which I could live off myself if I wanted to. And in the past 45, 50 days, I've taken 3 trades on my personal account in 50 days. You're probably thinking, how can you make enough profit? However, the first month, which was obviously May, we made 6.5% on a winner, 1% on a loser. So 2 trades, 1 win, 1 loss in May, made 5.5% overall. Let's say your account is 400,000 FDMO. 5.5% is £22,000. Would you be happy with that in a month? You probably would be. So you kind of got to think of it. Okay, a lot of people make the excuse that they are undercapitalized. However, I think this is very, very untrue for the majority of traders. I saw a YouTube video talking about this as well. Can't remember what video it was. Was another trader talking about undercapitalization and how people think it's holding them back when it's actually their psychology, that they should actually focus on improving their psychology, in removing greed, removing FOMO, removing fear of entering from their trading, rather than just focusing on how do I flip this account. And instead, you should start focusing on slow, consistent profits over time. Because once the account size builds up, once you get enough capital to maybe buy a funded account or buy a funded challenge, that's when you can start to see, okay, 5% used to be £5 for me, but now 5% is 20 grand. Would you be happy with 20 grand, or would you still try and chase that 20, 30, 40% in a month to actually make it worthwhile in that small account? You wouldn't really do that, would you? You'd be happy, okay, 5%, 10% is 40k, lovely times. So back to the question with the losing trades aspect of it, I know that because I'm taking the perfect setups, so I know that if I'm taking a trade, everything has aligned. It's the right session, it's the right day, it's the right time of day, it's the right entry confluence, it's the right overall buyer's confluence. Everything is lining up for this one trade. And I know from my back testing, this has a certain percentage that it's going to win. And this is the average risk to reward, which I usually return on a setup like this. So I know exactly what's going to happen. I know the percentage I'm going to lose, percentage I'm going to win, exactly like that. So it's kind of reassuring knowing that, okay, worst case scenario, I lose 1%. What's 1% for me? I don't know, 5 grand, something like that, 4 or 5 grand. And if you focus on the monetary values, that can obviously affect you a lot. Myself personally, I don't even look at the money anymore. And it is obviously easier said than done, just look at the percentage. But it literally is the easiest way to improve your psychology. Focus on percentage growth, focus on improving your strike rate, your risk to reward, your backtesting, the data you've got, improving all of that. You won't have to worry about the money. The money just comes with it. The money just comes as you're improving those other things. You'll start to see the money increase. So then when you start losing, you know that, okay, based on my plan, I know that this is how many trades I could lose in a row, and it is possible. No one, even with a 90% win rate, you're not going to win every trade. You have to expect losing trades. So then you've got to be okay with the losses. What do you do when you lose? You look back, okay, I did this wrong, then you improve from it. Obviously, there are going to be times when, the trade just didn't work. That's fine. It fit the plan, you entered, boom, doesn't really matter, the trade lost. On to the next one. Obviously, you can evaluate every single trade. You can learn from winners too. You can learn from losers, you can learn from winners. You can pretty much learn from every single trade you take in Forex. Did you always have that faith that one day you were going to be profitable? And I wouldn't really say I had faith, so to speak. I'd say if you're working towards something and you put the time in, it's pretty much inevitable that you're going to make it work. I believe the same with everything. Let's say I wanted to become a social media influencer, or let's say I wanted to become a crypto investor. If you put the time in and you put hours and hours and hours a day into this, and you're literally obsessed with this one subject or this one career, you're going to make it. Even when you get failures, especially with trading, it's probably one of the areas of business where you actually fail the most, because especially when you're starting, the money you can lose is insane. The amount of time you can lose for is insane without seeing any progress. Always know deep down, I pretty much quit everything to actually learn trading. I dropped out of college when I was 16. pretty much went full on trading. I'm obviously 19 now, so for 3 years, been going boom, 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 full with trading. And I kind of knew it was going to work. The same with everything I've done before previously. If you put the time in, you don't have to have faith it's going to work. If you have faith it's going to work, and you're like, okay, one day it's going to work, one day it's going to work, but you're not changing stuff that's losing, it's not going to work. No matter how much you pray, no matter how much you manifest this going to work, if you don't put the work in, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to get better. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to be able to quit your job. It's just a load of rubbish. If you don't put the work in, you won't see the results. If you just focus on the results, then you're not going to get the results. You've kind of got to enjoy the journey as much as you will the end result, because, myself personally, I was always working towards, £5,000 per month. And then when I got it, I was like, well, if I can make £5,000 a month, why can't I make 50,000 in a month? Then when I made my first 50,000 in a month, I was then seeing these people on YouTube and Instagram, they're making 100k a month, 500k a month. So then you're always kind of wanting more and more and more. But also you got to enjoy the journey. You got to realize, okay, 2 years ago I was making £5,000 a month. Now I'm making over 50k a month. You got to realize, okay, I've come quite far, but now let's go further. And if you kind of plateau, that's when you can kind of start to get a bit complacent. You can start to maybe relax a little bit, especially if trading. You don't want to do that. If you're trading funded accounts, the worst thing to do is to get complacent. You've always got to be on top of the game. You've always got to be ready to trade. I'm not sure how it works with funded accounts if you don't actually trade, but you have got to be ready all the time, because you can't lose a certain amount of trades with a funded account. If you're trading your personal account, you can lose however many you want. Well, you can lose 100 in a row, obviously. Do you have 2 Instagram accounts with the same name? I absolutely do not. So I'm going to put on screen here my only 3 Instagram accounts that I personally use. Got WillssFX or WillssFX up there. Got Link Trading, which is obviously my company or my business account. And then we've got Will Aldridge, which is my private personal Instagram account. You can request it, but you probably won't be accepted. Unless I know you personally. But if you want to follow anything I do, then follow the WillssFX or the Link Trading account, and that's where you will see all my posts. Mid-year, any special plans, activities for Link Trading? And funny you say that. I do actually have something coming up very soon with Link Trading. Obviously it's my company, so I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but we have something coming out very, very soon. Well, I say very, very soon, I've only just started working on it, but keep your eyes peeled. In the coming months there will be something releasing from Link Trading that you guys will hopefully love, and hopefully it will make a lot of people a lot of money. That is the plan. Obviously we've had a lot of very, very good feedback on the mentorship, which I've actually got. If you guys check out the website, I'll link it in the description, and along here you guys can see there is the link, www.linktrading.com. Go on there, you can see the reviews, all 5-star reviews for the mentorship. We've got so many funded traders, we've got so many people making a lot of money, so go and check that out if you haven't already. You're better off joining a mentorship than paying for signals or any Telegram groups, because if with mentorship you'll actually learn how to trade. You with your trading, you always want to be independent. That's why a mentorship is good for you guys to learn. A lot of the questions are actually asking if I pass people's FDMO challenges for them, and no, I do not. I would never trade for anyone else ever. If you could offer me £1 million and I probably still wouldn't trade for you. Obviously if you're some big investor then maybe, but I personally think where I'm at in my trading now, I'm not at that sort of stage where I want to start trading for other people. I don't want to start trading for investors. I just want to make the most of what I can now whilst I'm young, still learning, not at that level where I could manage 100 million. I just don't personally think I'd be able to do that. Seeing that sort of amount of money, I'd say the best thing to do is to just work your way up. A lot of people my age will never see the kind of money. I know it sounds quite cocky, but it is true. When you're making a lot of money at a young age, it can definitely affect a lot of people. And that's why a lot of traders, a lot of young entrepreneurs end up going broke, or they end up going into drugs, alcohol and all that sort of stuff, because they can't handle the money. They have so much power, they have so much money, they can buy whatever they want, and you have got to be careful. You've got to be very, very careful. So that's why I'm not really looking to start trading this large amount of money at the moment. Just added stress, added pressure on your trading, you know, when I'm just getting started pretty much. I've only been doing it for 3 years. We're just getting started in this trading journey. You guys have been following the whole way. And then we're going to climb the ladder and reach those millions personally. Next question, how did you know you were ready for a live account? And I'd say, well, when I first started my live account, very interesting. I pretty much made profit on a couple of weeks on a demo account and went straight into live. I think that was kind of the best thing to do because you learn what it's like to trade live straight away. You don't get that sort of false, I don't know how to say it. You kind of don't think you're the best trader. Demo, yeah, if you're trading demo for months and months, you think, oh, this is easy. You can flip any account. You can literally just hold until it's in profit and then you flip the account. However, with a live account, it's totally different. And once you try and trade like a demo on a live account, that's when it just goes mental. Your psychology then gets affected by it. Everything gets affected. You know, you start making a lot of mistakes, and then because it's early on in your career, it doesn't really matter. You know, I was so young, I was 16. Didn't affect my life in any way. I didn't have to pay any bills. I didn't have to have a family to feed. Didn't affect me in any way. That's why it's good to start young. Now I can look back and laugh at those mistakes I made. They were rookie mistakes, and I'm pretty sure everyone goes through that stage. But because I was so young, it was a lot easier when I first went live. If I went live and I started now, you know, obviously I'm 19. If I just started trading, I'd probably be in a job right now or at uni or something. Actually, I probably wouldn't have gone to uni, to be honest. But I'd probably be in a job right now making, I don't know, 25k a year or something. But then I'd have no time to trade, no time to learn. It would be a lot trickier. Last question of the Q&A. If I want to flip £100 into 100k, can I do this following your signals? And to be honest, I'd say that is quite a low amount to flip to. You know, if you got £100, you could probably flip it to 1 million in a week with the gold signals. You know, make around 1,000,000% a day. So you could probably do it in a week or so. You know, we only risk 0.5% as well, so it is quite good returns. We do trade the 1 second time frame too, with the Ichimoku combined with a bit of SMC intertwined all together to make this kind of god tier strategy where you don't lose. So if you want to flip your account from 100 to 100k in a day, join the gold group. If you don't, then don't join the gold group. And if you think I'm being serious and you want to hate comment, go ahead, because you have no sense of humor. But if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.